Welp, she's back at it again. If you don't know who that vegan teacher is, I am sorry that this is the way that you are finding out about her. But again, Miss Katie, I feel, deserves a video all her own because, once again, she has decided to make a video about the horrific tragedy that was 9/11, claiming that it was a good thing. And I'm not kidding. She literally put it right there in her title, there on screen. So this is the video we are going to be talking about today. And yeah, this is just fucked. So without any further ado, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into it. Roll the intro. Welcome back. Now, Miss Katie, also known as that vegan teacher, if you have no idea who she is a very extremist vegan, well-known bully here on the internet, and attacks anybody and everybody for whatever reason she can to relate it back to the animals, while also trying to bank some clout for herself. I have made multiple videos about Miss Katie, as well as her having a lot of people attack me for no reason. So yeah, we are going to be talking about this video that she made called Why September 11th Was a Good Day. We learned which meal to order on the plane. I'm disturbed. I'm utterly disturbed. And then on this video, I'll be putting it up on the screen, like a screenshot. She puts, on this day in history, and then in very small lettering, she puts, I do not condone the September 11th tragedy. You can't put that in a video and then say all the shit you're about to say. And as well as putting in your title that September 11th was a good day. And then put in tiny lettering that you don't condone it. You know what putting it in tiny lettering means to me, but yet saying it was a good thing in your title says to me, as somebody who studied the English language for a very long time and also had to homeschool her siblings English, that says to me that you actually don't mean that and you're putting that to save your ass. That's what that means to me. Putting it in tiny lettering that you don't condone what happened, that says to me, as opposed to your title, that you're putting that simply because you want to save your ass, because of people like me that will see this or be told about this and will make videos about it. You do absolutely condone it because you've made not one video about saying this was a good thing, but two. I've talked about this. I have a whole video on my playlist when you posted the first video. You can't make videos like this and then say that you don't condone the September 11th tragedy. You can't. You're saying that to cover your ass. Now, she says in this video, in the first 12 seconds, that there was a lot of people on that plane that were quote-unquote killers themselves.
On this day in history, thousands of people were killed. The vast majority of these people had already been killers themselves.
Really? And then she's saying that because these people were quote-unquote killers, that they paid for the R word, you know, the usual spiel for Miss Katie, that they paid for the R word, the torture, and confinement of animals. And that a lot of these animals were in their intestines when the planes struck the towers.
Of innocent animals who were in their intestines at the moment the planes crashed into them.
This is sick. Absolutely sick. And then saying that facts don't care about your feelings and that these are the facts.
Facts don't care about your feelings. These are the facts. Because they died, many animals were saved. Think about this for a moment before you respond.
You see, everything you're even saying in this video just says that you condone what happened because people that ate meat died, just like your first video. And that the people that died saved a lot of animals. That's the only reason why she thinks that 9/11 was a good thing. That's the reason why. Because meat eaters died. Because people that ate meat died in that tragedy. And it wasn't even just in the freaking plains, Miss Katie. It wasn't even the goddamn plains. You want to talk about September the 11th? I hardly remember it. But I do remember watching every single year, ever since that tragedy happened, I have seen all this shit about this. It wasn't just the people in the plains. There was people in both towers. The Pentagon got bombed at the same time. People died at the Pentagon. There was countless Good Samaritans and firefighters and police officers that were there and did their best and also died. Over 3,000 innocent people died that day. And it changed a hell of a lot of things about the world today. And for you to say that this tragedy was in any way, shape, or form a good thing, I believe is utterly disgusting. You listen to the 911 calls. You listen to people's last calls to their family members in those planes. You listen to those videos. I know I had to. Every year in school, ever since I was a child in kindergarten, we were learning about this tragedy. We were learning about this tragedy every year when I went to school, having to watch these people fall, like jump from the towers because they didn't want to burn to death. We learned in science class what jumping from the fucking towers would do to a human body, for God's sake. We learned in math class what all the fucking math was behind the trajectories of the planes and everything. They had a whole curriculum around this on that day. On every single anniversary, every class had something to do with 9/11. The first, I think, 6 or so years I was in school, they kind of leaned up on it once I hit 7th. Because it had happened, I think, just a few years before I went to school. I'm not sure. But I do remember learning about this every single year. You listen to those last calls to family members when they knew what was gonna happen. You learn about the plane that was also going to hit another building. And you wanna know what? The brave men and women in that other plane crashed the plane themselves and it rather hit another building because they already knew what was happening on September 11th. It was an absolute tragedy and loss of life. And you saying that it was a good thing is just beyond disgusting. It's beyond disgusting. It's mental. This is absolutely mental. And for you to make not one video but 2 saying it was a good thing just means to me that you condone terrorism. Because what is this? What is this? I'm going to save a copy of this. So if you ever try anything and say anything about me condoning that you're a terrorist, you're friends with Tash Peterson. She has literally just been named an Australian terrorist. You hang out with them. People say that she's like your daughter. So for you to go and say 9/11, I mean, pieces are piecing together. And this is just disgusting and absolutely abhorrent. Oh, and she's almost even defending what these evil people did by saying that they were also brainwashed.
You were born vegan. You never wanted to hurt animals. It's not your fault you were brainwashed to do so, in the same way that the kids who took over the planes were brainwashed. You are no different than them.
Is she trying to say that, okay, because she, next, after she says that, she goes and says that people were born vegan, which is scientifically proven to not be true. Mother eats what the baby eats in the womb, so If your mother eats meat while you're inside of her, you're not a vegan. Therefore, when you come out your mom, not born a vegan, Miss Katie. Science. Jesus. She says that everyone's born vegan. Not true. And that people were brainwashed to do so. Just like the people that caused the tragedy were also brainwashed. Is she trying to say that if everyone was vegan, this wouldn't have happened? Because that's what it feels like to me, and what the fuck? And then the video ends with her saying that the last meal you should eat on a plane is a vegan one.
And the next time you're on a plane, let your last meal there be a vegan one. You can order it in advance when you book your ticket.
Wow. This was only a minute long, and damn, it was a roller coaster of pain. And just absolute disgusting behavior. You literally can't put that you don't condone this and then say everything you did. You just can't. You absolutely cannot say that. Because everything you're saying in this video sounds like you do condone it. To make a point about being vegan again. This is just, I can't even, it's absolutely disgusting. This is absolutely and utterly disgusting. What the fuck is wrong with you? Honestly. Do you have no compassion for anybody? Do you have no compassion for anybody? Because that's just not okay. Men, women, and children died that day. What the fuck is wrong with you? I have no words. I have no words. And I'm pretty sure this video might get demonetized. I don't know. So make sure on the way out that y'all like, and if you haven't already subscribed, that'll help me out a lot. And if you're looking for my socials, they'll be here on the screen. I have no other words. I really don't. This is just absolutely disgusting. And just terrifying. Like, if she's, like, her following is mostly children. Let's reiterate that. Let's bring that back into the conversation. Most of her following is children, and she knows it. So for her to go to her children audience, her young impressionable audience, some of which are so are so drinking her Kool-Aid that they will do anything that they'll do anything she says. Like, there's some of her followers that I've experienced in my own comment section that will literally say the grossest, most disgusting stuff because of her. And they will tell me straight up that she told them to come and say it to me. So, if there's these young, impressionable kids in her fan base, I'm surprised she even has one, that September 11th was a good day, what do you think those kids are gonna take in? And she's made this video not just today, but a year ago or two. She was saying this. Like, what do you think that's gonna do to these kids' brains? I will clown on her for just shitting on people that literally don't even talk about her or say stuff about her. I can clown about that because these people probably have much better things to do than deal with this ancient, decrepit banshee squawking on her ukulele. But my God, stuff like this video just really makes me think that this woman needs some kind of government watching her. Someone needs to take her internet or something. I don't have no more words. That's what I've got, guys. Yeah. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.